Evening all, welcome back to this week's version of GKP Live. Hope you're all good, hope you're all well, hope everybody's had a good week up to press and everybody is doing good. Couple of things I would like to bring up in this week's live. First of all, I shall bring this one up there. We've got a Zero Cool. Good evening. Evening, Zero. Hope you're good. We've also got how's it going? You lovely people from Martin's Koi Pond and Garden. One of the things I need to bring up this week, guys, first of all, to hit it off with, next Thursday, I have a family funeral to attend. So I'm either going to be going and doing the GKP live talk, which will either be on a Wednesday or it will be on the Friday. If you guys want to hit up, let me know what you think, what you would like to see, if you would rather see it on the Wednesday or on the Friday. But unfortunately, with the family funeral to attend and a wake and all the rest of it to go to, I won't be coming on and being live in particular on that evening. So I hope you all understand. I hope nobody's a little bit bothered by that, and if we can do one beforehand or one afterwards, which will be either the Wednesday or the Friday, I hope that's good. The other one being, I just want to say a massive, great big thank you to all those people that have come along and joined and subscribed over the last couple of months. I have had quite a good number of increases. At present, I am pushing up to 498, which pushes me 2 away from my next target. So, if you haven't already and you would like to, please share the love, give us a thumbs up, like, share and subscribe, and help me continue to grow the channel, guys, because it's starting to pick up some pace. I'm really chuffed about it. The filter build that I'm on with, I am open to suggestions. As I did state in the last video that I did, I would be more than happy for anybody to give me a little bit of feedback. One of the gentlemen that left a comment, he also joined the Gaz's Koi Pond Facebook group and shared some great videos. Hopefully at some point I'm going to give that gentleman a ring and arrange perhaps maybe a pond visit. If anybody else would like to share any content or share any, any ideas that might be able to assist or help, then please feel free to do so. You're more than welcome to join the Facebook group if you want to share them in there, or if you just want to drop me a private message or an email and we can have a chat personally about it. Like I said, I'm open to ideas, open to, what's the right word, open to suggestions for what types of media to use. And by media, I mean, first chamber, I would like to go from being static into a moving bed, and then into a form of biological polishing and return. That's my idea. If anybody's got any suggestions of what products to use or anything that's relatively reasonable in price without busting the bank, then hit me up, let me know. Be appreciated. Just go through a few more of these comments. We've got Peter's Puddle, Koi and Goldfish saying, hi guys, hi Pete, hope you're good mate. Martin's Koi Pond and Garden says, hello Pete. Stubbs Aquatic, have a great show. We'll try to learn, but have my young grandson, mate, family first, little grandson always comes first, mate. I understand. If my little guy were here, he'd probably be sat on my knee doing the live show with me. So, yeah, he's a true papa's friend and pal, and he always comes in here every time he sees me. He's loving the fish. So I completely understand, Chris. Your family comes first, mate. Sort them out. Jeff Lee says, just setting off. Evening, everyone. Safe journey, mate. Keep your eyes on the road, bud. Drive safe. Peter's Puddle, welcome to come and visit my mate. I would be, yeah, definitely, mate. I would love to do that. I'd love to try and get a couple more pond visits in to anybody that's a subscriber or anybody that just wants to showcase their pond garden or whatever, and perhaps maybe doesn't mind me coming down there and blogging it and sticking it on YouTube. If you want to be a part of that kind of thing and somebody that's interested, give us a shout. We can certainly get something sorted out. We've got a message from Zero Cool. How do your barrels work, Gaz? As mine is staggered, a 5-inch drop between them. Well, wait and see. That's all I'll say. I have done a test. The video will be out tomorrow evening. I will be showing you basically I set it up in the garden, I brought it all out, I did a dry test first, and then once I tested those areas, I'd solvent welded some more of the other areas together. After I got all those solvent welded together, I then pushed sections together and filled it up in full and let it fill up through from one chamber to the next and flow away. All I'll say is up to press is it works. So without it being staggered, without it having any steps, it flows from one to the next and straight back out again. The only thing I've got to test now is how well it does with the 10,000 VariFlow pump that I've got to go and attach to it. So fingers crossed. Well, if it's a case of it needs any form of alteration and it needs to have the staggered, stage step down on it, it's not a problem. It's a couple of inch pipe. It's not a big deal. It's easily altered. It's easily changed. The only thing I might have to work upon a little bit would be the height of one. I might have to lower one and raise one so that I can get the middle one central and stay as is. We'll see, mate. It's a process of elimination. I've never made a filter system like this before. I haven't copied anybody's plans. I have based it upon some of the other designs, but as I stated, I've put my own little spin onto it with a few little workarounds that just having it's an experiment. As of yet, it's cheap. It's been relatively reasonable in price and easy for me to do. So up to press, it's not cost a fortune. But come Saturday morning, hopefully I should have my VariFlow pump should turn up, and also my area. So that both should be arriving on Saturday, which means that I can then actually get it plumbed in, the retro bottom drain in the bottom of the pond, and then get that all up and running. So watch this space, that's all I'll say. But up to press, what I've seen and what I've used and what I've done and what will be out in tomorrow's video will give you a bit more of an idea. So if you can bear with me, Zero, you will see, like everybody else will, when the video drops. We've got an evening all from Ada. Hope you're good, mate. I hope you're not too tired, bud, because with the evening's chat that we had last night, I were a bit struggling to get up this work this morning. Didn't really want to snooze it one too many times, I think. We've got keep an eye on your subs, guys. It's just about to go up one. Thank you very much, Martin. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll give it a quick refresh and double check. There we are, 499, one away from the 500 mark. Thank you very much, Martin. I appreciate that. You're a star. We've got Zero Cool. I tried level, but my flow was too low. It possibly could be, mate, but I'm only going to be pushing through 10,000 litres on a 10,000 litre pump, which is not going to get 10,000 litres because it's going to have to pump a head height of about a metre each, maybe slightly less. It's going to be lifting it about, I'd say, around between 700 and 800 mil from the pond into the shed, and probably the depth of the pond as well. So yeah, I'm going to lose some head height. So the pump that I've bought is supposed to be able to push up to 4.5 meters head height. So hopefully it should do, but I'm expecting to get some pressure drop in that. But from what I'm running at present, which is 4,000 litre pump, it's certainly going to be a significant increase than that one. So yeah, if it is the case, mate, and it's and it's not transferring through, then we'll step it up some pipe diameter and we'll stagger the system and see. We can but try. We'll see. We've got an evening, guys, from Mike. Hope you're good, Mike. Hope family's well. And we also have evening all from John Dunn. Hope you're good, John. Zero Cool. Be interesting to see them in work. They work great once mature. I use brushes and scaffold net in my first barrow. Right, if that's another thing. Does anybody have any suggestions? As I've seen some people use like laundry bags or onion sacks and that kind of thing. What I'm wanting to do in the last chamber is put in my matured, as mature as you can get, alpha grog to be, in the last chamber. And I'm going to pop that in and put that into place, but I want to put it in a bag. So some form of bags that don't, break down or turn into mush through sitting in the bottom of the filter system. So if anybody can suggest or give us some, some suggestions of what type of bags to use, I can put my Alpha Grog in. Feel free to stick a comment and let me know, guys. Appreciate it. Sorry, it's got a mouthful of coffee. Martin's Koi Pond and Garden, you're very welcome, mate. Thank you very much, Mike. Martin just said, we've got Mike there. Congrats on the 500. We're not quite there yet, mate. We're up at 4. We're out there. We're there, 500. So thank you very much to whoever that 500th person was. So technically, very soon there will be a 500 subscriber giveaway, and seeing as I'm there at the 500 mark. But what I will do is I will give it a day or two, because I have seen this kind of thing before. When people get up to 500 and announce a 500 subscriber giveaway, the subscribers come crashing down. So rather than push my luck, I'll give it a bit first and see how we go. Mike Bordeaux says, I've got some zeolite and oyster shell. Oyster shell, I believe, keeps your pH level nice and even, and zeolite is used for absorbing ammonia. Now, I don't know if you know, Mike, but do you know you can regenerate your zeolite by taking it out, putting it in a bucket of salt water and leaving it for, I think it's 12 to 24 hours, and then you can reuse that again rather than having to rebuy zeolite. You can sort of recharge it in a sense. I don't know if you know that, but if you didn't, you do now. For the first barrel, yeah. Well, my first barrel, I was thinking of going with a static bed. The reason why I was thinking of going with a static bed is that has got the, I'm going to give it away, but when I open up the cleaning valve on the bottom of the first chamber, well, we'll see. Let's just say there ain't going to be any mess or muck inside that bottom chamber at all. The amount that thing blasts out is, I don't think people will be as surprised as what I was, because it did a pretty good job. Zero Cool says, Aldi do it. That's where I'd seen them, mate. Aldi do a fruit bag, 25p, made by recycled plastic, ideal for it. That's what I think. That's the kind of thing I was looking at, mate, too. So, right. So you know that it's a good recyclable plastic. It's not something that breaks down over a period of time. If it is, you can confirm that, mate. And I'm going to go with that one. Mike Bordeaux says, am I saying that? Is it Mike Bordeaux? And is it Dogzilla Bordeaux? Is that right? I hope I just said that right, mate. If I didn't, Mike, you can kick me up when you see me. And Jack Martin, yeah. That's the other thing. It's either the first chamber being Jack Martin, but I want it I don't want to stack it in like a sandwich layers, because it's be a pain in the backside to pull it out and take it out and clean it. I was thinking about standing it in a vertical and having it one slight bit of a gap and another one slight bit of a gap, and again and again and again, so water can pass through and then it should filter out. That was the other idea of putting in for the first chamber, and then the second one being as a moving bed, constantly running, and then the third one being, like I said before, with the Alpha Grog, through to the Alpha Grog, through to a coarse, medium, fine, and then the, what do they call the stuff that, that white cloth stuff that everybody puts in the top of the fillers just for polishing off. So the last few sponge layers just for polishing, to make sure that there's no final fine sneaking through and then overflowing and returning back to the. That's one of my ideas. That's what we're thinking. So yeah, Mike says with salt. Yeah, with salt, mate. Just I think it's pond salt. Every day there are certain salts obviously you're not allowed to use, but it does recharge it back up. And that's a yes. Thank you, buddy. Nice one. At least I got it right. Filter floss, that's the one. Yeah, and John, you're right, filter floss. I don't know why, but for some reason I keep forgetting that stuff all the time. I'm forgetting the name of it. We've got Broodstock mat, first and second. Mat third will be for moving bed on mine. Yeah, see, that's what I was kind of thinking of. Although mine is vertically standing and it goes through from one to the next, it's not much different to the Cockney Koi parallel laid out as it ups and flows and the rest of it through it. So it's a similar sort of principle, similar sort of thing. So that's kind of what I was going for with the medias on the inside of it. But what I was thinking about doing was perhaps having what types of media, K1 micro, or this other stuff that is it Burton's that do a slightly bigger one, the slightly bigger one in the moving bed, so that I've got plenty of bumping around in there all the time, knocking off the bad bacteria or the dead bacteria for new to continue to grow. And the first one being maybe the K1 media, so it's densely packed like you see within these, what do they call them, the upflow filter things that everybody else is using, because they do seem to do a good job. And if, to me, with it being a clear tube, neither really here and there, if it's in a vessel and water's going to flow in through it and up and through it and then overflow out of it, it's going to be causing, filtering and taking out the fines or the heavies or the solids, hoping that when I then switch on my aerator, that it all blows it all up, gyrates it all up, and the muck sinks to the bottom, hopefully. Once it sinks to the bottom, we can then open the flush gate and flow it out. That's the idea. But it'll mean that each time I do my pond filter cleans, which will hopefully still be a weekly thing, I'll be flushing and removing somewhere in the regions of 300 litres. So that's going to be a good 10%-ish, slightly under, but my partial 10% water change weekly. So that's the idea. Difference from the Cockney Koi is much greater volume. In what way do you mean, mate? Much greater volume in what? I wouldn't have thought that there would be much more than a couple of 100 litres to each one of those chambers. There's 300 litres, each chamber of mine's 100 litres per chamber. I wouldn't have thought a Cockney Koi, unless it's one of those massive ones, would have been a lot more. But yeah. Now K3 there, Peter's puddle saying K3, is that the bigger diameter stuff? Then is that what stuff's called? If it is, then I might need to go for something of that. Yeah, I use K3 in my last barrel. So do you go from a K1, micro, and then to a K3 in the last one? See, everybody's got different things, different methods, and different ideas, and that's why I'm asking for feedback, guys. Because at the end of the day, you're all tried and tested, and if it's working, it will help me get that system up and matured quicker, as I would like to be. When I do the pond build, what I want to do is take the filter system out of the shed, bang it outside, move a temporary pool or temporary pond out there, move my fish by pumping the water out of the pond into the temporary, connect the filter system up and leave it running. It's freestanding. I know it'll stand up nice and flat and straight. So that's the idea of having it all there, good to go, drop my bottom drain in the middle of the pool. I've got my filter system up and running and already matured. Then when I come to refilling the pond and I get up and running again, I can transfer that water from that pond back into the main pond, connect up the filter system, transfer the fish back over, and already have half my pond filled with mature filter and mature filter system. That's the idea. That's the reason why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. There is no real reason now for me to wait too long, as Jeff provided me with my new pond liner. All I need to do now is work on that lady on the inside of the room in there to get it as big as I can. And I'll whisper, just so she don't come in here and kick my butt. We've got hello everyone from David Cook. Hello David, welcome. I don't know, maybe new name. Don't recognise that one. If you are, welcome mate. Thank you very much for joining us. Now then, Steve, you've changed your name. Hope you're good, mate. Welcome back. Zero, cool. Bigger volume on the bowel. Right, yeah. Is that good or bad? I hope it's good. But obviously, I'm only going to be having, I believe it's 20 or 30% of the barrels to be filled with media. So if there's 100 litres in there, we're only going to be having like 30 litres in there, or 40 litres in there, something like that. So we'll see. It's all going to depend really on how much it reduces the flow as it passes through. Which, if it's not good enough and it's not flowing fast enough, then we'll be stepping up from 2-inch and pushing to perhaps maybe 3. Right, I'll just go through a few more of these comments. Time to get those shovels out. Yeah, feel free, Zero, to come and have a go, mate. I mean, I do not hold back on anybody that wants to come and dig an hole, because, well, the stonework that you can see around my pond, along with 4 trips to the tip, is what came out of that garden. So the dig ain't going to be easy. Some of the big sections of stone that are in there have been dressed out of one massive, great big piece that I chiselled up to make more and more pieces of stone to actually make some of the toppings that I've got round. I bolster chiselled them up and made them into decent sized pieces of stone. So I'm not looking forward to the dig, that is for sure. It's probably the least favourite bit I'm looking forward to out of the whole lot. I've been here, guys, from Black Country Koi. I've been good, mate. I hope you're good too. I hope you've had a good week, mate. Was it your foot? I'm sure it was your foot that you had an operation on. I hope it's on the mend, mate. And how's the spawn doing? Have you got any fry yet? I hope I just spoiled any of your... Yeah, sorry if I did. I know you got a spawn going. You had a spawn planned, but have we got any fry? Let us know. I have, mate. I've put my nickname down. See, that's why mine's easy, mate, because obviously Gaz is short for Gary, and everybody pretty much knows it. So that's why I put mine in from the beginning. Right. Without further ado, I'm going to introduce 2 of the panel. Whilst we've got them here, hopefully, fingers crossed, they're good to come in. And me giving them the thumbs up now. Yeah, we've got getting a thumbs up from both there. So I'm going to bring Mick in and add him to the stream, guys. And I'm going to bring in Daz and add him to the stream too. How's it going, guys? Hope you're good.
All good. Hi, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, good week.
Yeah, right. Very good. Very good.
You've had a busy one, Daz, with what you were showing us on the WhatsApp group. Right? You went to do a little bit of a decking job, which turned into...
Yeah.
It's like, well, it turned into almost the whole neighbourhood burning down by the look of that photograph.
Yeah, that was just crazy. I mean, we had no idea till we turned up on the job. And I thought something looked different. I could see straight through the fence at the bottom of the guy's garden. I thought just a panel had blown down until I got down to the bottom and found out that it was just like Armageddon. It was just ash everywhere. 6 sheds, and 2 of them were like 20 foot long, burnt to the ground. Now the fence had gone, trees had gone.
So did they put it out themselves, or did they get fire brigade involved?
No, they had. I think they had 4 fire engines there to put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
BMXs and all sorts.
Daz does landscape gardening and property development, I would imagine. You class it as
No, landscaping. We do fencing, patios, all the sort of landscaping.
He went to a customer's to have a look at a little bit of a job, and one of their neighbours had decided to have a bonfire. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
And in having the bonfire, it caught hold of the neighbour's fence and took out the garden sheds and buildings, outhouses and fencing and all sorts. It was a right mess. It was pretty lucky that it didn't become a lot worse, mate, to be fair, from what I saw on it. Right, you, Dan, Mick, have you had a good week?
Yeah, not too bad. I haven't done much this week, but been pottering around in the garden.
Chilled, relaxed one?
Yeah.
Good do. Right. I've got a couple of things that I've had a quick chat with and what I've spoke with other people that I would like to obviously bring up as some of the topics. And the first one being is one I've already just had a bit of a chat with everybody that's watching is moving bed medias. What do you guys think to a moving bed media, and what do you use yourselves in your own systems, and what would you look to change to if you were going to do? Put that first to Daz, as he's a cow farm man between us all, us all. What do you use, Daz?
I use K1. I think it's brilliant stuff. I've got K2 as well. To be honest, I use tote boxes full of K1 as either a static bed or a moving bed. It doesn't seem to make that much difference between the two, although the static bed does catch more of the fines. Whereas if you've got the moving bed, it's moving all the fines around. They do circulate back into the pond. So I'd rather have the static bed, and then I've got the pond hoover, and I just stick it in down to the bottom and hoover all the muck out once a week. And I have got the koi filter as well.
Yeah.
That works really well with K2.
Is that K2 the sort of like the big, like a 10 bed?
It looks like a Cadena, yeah, but bigger. But
and you use that
K1 will go through the mesh at the bottom of the filter, but the K2 works well with the Cockney koi.
The one thing I'm struggling for at the moment to find is, for mine, you can get these cage tubes that are elongated with the slots cut into them all, and they slide into your end. I'm struggling to find any of them short ones. I don't want massive, great big long ones, because obviously it's only a narrow little water butt, slight design fault. I might have to buy some of the big ones and bastardize them and change them into.
You mean the filter baskets? It's like I won't say what it looks like, but it's a rude shaped piece of plastic with slots in it.
Exactly.
But what's it called? Japanese water garden. They will have them.
They'll have them. Yeah. I mean,
they will have them.
I've got some. If you want to try them, see if they'll fit.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I want to see if I can get them. I think they'll fit, and even if they don't fit, with what I do for a living, I can make them fit. So they don't need to be. I mean, if I were to cut them so that I can get, to get them into the hole because it's a couple of millimeters in difference, it's not going to make an issue, because at the end of the day, I can solvent weld them in, and then they'll fit, because it's made from the same plastic as the Cockney koi push fits. Bulkhead fittings, and they're solventable. So regardless, even if I put them in and just put a bit of glue on them, I should be able to glue them, cut them down, and resize them and put them back in theory. So
how many do you need, Gaz?
I'm going to need. Well, this is the thing. I could only find one to press in 2-inch. I'm going to need 5 in the 2-inch and 1 in 1.5 inches. Now, if the 1.5 one's going to be the struggle to find, then that's the one I'm going to have to snip down so that I can get it to tuck inside itself. But I've got the only trouble, the downside to that is that's going to be on the feed in, so the likelihood it's going to blast it off a lot. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll work something around it one way or another. Yeah. It's just so I don't get backflow. But somebody else did come up with in my comments to my video that I did the other week with a very good suggestion of putting a gate valve or isolation valve on the in-feed, and that way then when I turn off my pump, obviously prior to cleaning, I can switch the pump off and then shut that gate off and nothing can backflow.
Yeah.
That way then I don't have anything, flowing back into the pond and getting K1 media flowing back through.
We've all done that.
I might not necessarily really need to put one on there, but I thought about doing it just in case. But open to suggestion, guys. What do you think? Do you think I should put one on there? Do you think there's a need for one on the inlet, or are you just requiring them on the outlets through to the other chambers? Let me know what you think. Right, Mick, what do you use media-wise? Sorry, Daz, if I talk a little bit there. I need to not do that.
At the minute, I've got some kind of in my filter box. I've got the Screenmatic 36, so it goes over a screen. Yeah, it goes over a screen into a chamber where it takes the heavy debris, and then you got like sponges underneath, and then I've got like these like cylindrical tubes with ceramic media in it at the minute.
Cool.
So, but I want to get away. I want to take them cylindrical things out and see if I can make a moving bed or some kind of static bed in that chamber where they are. It's probably about 8 inches wide by 2 foot wide by 2 foot deep.
Wouldn't the stuff that you've already got there already acting as a static?
It is, but if you have a look at what it is, you'll say it's doing the job of the mechanical filtration, but there's not a lot of biological side. That's why I was wanting if we could either make a moving bed,
solid heavies in it rather than it being broken down biologically.
Yeah. Because like I say, because if you have a look next time you come, I'll show you. There's hardly anything biological in my filter. If you think about it, I know that you get biological from the sponges and stuff as well, but on the biological side, there's not much at all.
Yeah.
Mick, couldn't you have like a moving bed after your main filter? So it goes from your main filter through all your mechanical, then into a moving bed, and then back into the pond.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to go into to think about doing.
Yeah, that'd be easier, I think. Just add an extra box than trying to upset your filter that's already working well.
Got a little message there from Mike that says, "Give us a tune on the guitar, guys." maybe not.
Come on, guys.
Maybe
on their way to heaven.
It's been, to be fair, it's been a long while since I played. I did teach myself a couple of tunes, but it's been a while since I played. But my grandson is not only tropical fish mad, he's proper guitar mad. So I'm thinking about picking it back up again. But it's going through the stages of the bleeding fingertips, which is, yeah. I'll do, but I might want to put some more super soft slinkies on it again, because it's easier when you go with super soft slinkies on them. It's a little bit finer on your fingertips, and you want to pick up on them again. But maybe one day.
How's your crebensis doing?
The crebensis male and the crebensis female are doing really good. The clown watch is doing even better. He decided that one particular evening they were going to raid the cave. They did take out a good 25 to 30, and then progressively, bit by bit, she kept moving them around the tank. She had a good 50 or 60 so. And first time she ate her eggs, second time she got them through to like 10 days old, and then eventually she took them over by the filter, and the intake has, So I've 35 crebensis babies living in the bottom of the filter, which I know it sounds crazy, but when I had the Lake Malawi cichlids, and they used to spit their fry, on the odd couple of weeks when I take the filter apart and give it a clean out and a swill out and change it all and give it a tidy up and clean it all up, I used to find 20, 30 babies in there, regular, every time. So the likelihood is there could very well be some young crebensis in that filter barrel. And when I tell the weekend's clean this weekend, I'm going to find out if I've got some. And I've had them before, they must have gone in as tiny little babies. I've had them before in the bottom chamber, and they've been nearly an inch in length. So there's not the best of environments for them, obviously, but if they've gone through and they've managed to get through the impeller, we haven't been smashed to bits. This is a little bigger than the last one that I had, so we'll see. I don't think there'll be any there. I hardly doubt it, but it's happened in the past. But yeah, unfortunately, it was the clown loach. The clown loach, and if anybody wants a clown loach, good tank. And by that, guys, I expect it to be 4 foot or bigger. If you are interested and you want a 6 to 8 inch clown loach, hit me up, guys. Let me know. I want a good home for him. He is 10 years old and is in perfect condition. I also have a very large plec that at some point I would like to move on. That's 12 years old. So I've taken care of that fish for a long time. I don't want it to go to anybody that's not going to pay as much attention to it as me but I would like to see if I can get the Crebenza spawning more. But I don't want to do that. I'd rather him just, I'd rather him stay here. But if it means I'm going to get a spawn out of it and getting a full tank full of Crebenzas and I can move some of them on, then, sometimes you can move fish on just for a little bit more to do it.
Minimum tank requirement.
Seriously, a bit too big for this tank now.
A minimum tank requirement would probably be the 200 to 250 litre. Anything less, I won't even apply. Let's say.
And to be completely fair, guys, if anybody wants him, he's free. It's not something I'm going to be charging for, but I will want to see your tank. If there's anybody.
Let's say he's a big boy though, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, he's
both a very big fish.
And the other one is getting to the point. The reason with the plaque is it's becoming what's called a tank buster. I would say he's pushing up to 15-inch, and when I don't know if anybody's out there has or keeps tropicals or has commonplex, every now and again they get a little bit, let's just say, angry with or other fish, and they charge up and down and bang, but you can hear them banging off the panes of glass when they do it, and the fins are all stuck up and out, and they display to everybody. And my worry is that he's going to do that one of these days, and he's just going to pop that tank glass. So he could do with something a bit bigger and upgraded. So there you go. That changed the subject way off where we went. But it's good, mate. Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's
tropical.
It's tropical. It's fish. It's fish keeping. It's what my channel is about. It's not all about koi, and it's what we're doing. It's what we're talking about. So, a quick read through some of these comments and see if we can catch up a little bit. Busted ankle, all good. Fry hatch Tuesday and Wednesday, but water's too green to see. Now, that's not a bad thing though, mate. You want the infusor, is that right?
Infusor, yeah.
Yeah. You want the infusor, mate, for the early stage food, for the little ones to eat. So, job's good. Hit Jack up if you need any more info, mate. He will be able to tell you everything about what you need to know, as you know, and Daz will also be able to help you out should you need to. Boy, how are we all? Very good, mate. Hope you're well. Afternoon, Daz. He does say the next one. Predictive text. How's the spawning going? That was one topic that you've just stolen off me there, Steve. I was going to bring that up, so we'll throw that now then. How's your spawn going, mate?
Brilliant, yeah. I mean, I've not had any hatch yet, but the temperature's been down. The eggs are all still looking fertile. Had a look again tonight. They're nice and translucent. No white fluff on them.
Jobs are good.
There's a hell of a lot.
Yeah. How many would you guesstimate?
I would like to say 1 million, but I mean, apparently I've read up and half of them, about 400,000 is your average amount. So I may be overestimating, but I've never seen so many eggs. It was like Cod Row. I was getting that handfuls off the bottom of the tank. It's ridiculous.
I don't know.
We're absolutely plastered anyway.
I don't know if any of you have seen, but if you go and have a check out Jack's latest video, I believe, there's a short clip where Daz shows said eggs, and that was from one scoop across the bottom of the vat. There were several scoops like that taken out, plus everything that went all over the spawn brushes. So go check that out, guys, because that's a lot of eggs. It wouldn't have looked out of place on a dinner-sized plate.
Yeah,
being a caviar with it, because is that many?
She's lost 6 pounds in weight. About that.
I'd say 4 to 6, between 4 and 6 pounds in spawn that she's shed.
Wow,
that's a lot of eggs.
That's a lot of eggs. We've got evening Mick and Daz from John.
Evening, John.
That's you. He's already said hello to me. Sorry, Daz.
McDonald's
keeps changing my words. I'd already read that, so you knew that one would come in. Struggling two for those two, mate. Struggling two for those two, mate. You've got me, but you've lost me there on that one, bud. Struggling two for those two. What? Oh, for the he needs a free. He needs free 1.5 inch. You like the gate valves idea? Yeah, as a last resort. So you're struggling. Now I get you, Peter. Sorry, mate. You're struggling to get those, whatever they're called. You know, it took me absolutely ages to find out what them things were called. The basket filters. I tried everything. I was searching for all sorts of stuff, trying to find out what they were called. But yeah, I've not found them yet, mate. I was half tempted to perhaps maybe pick up the phone and ring Cockney Coin and see if they do them in a smaller size. If not, mate, and I get one and I get them in the larger size, and if I found a way of putting them down, I will show you what I've done. So then you've at least an idea of how you can go about doing it yourself, mate. What about gluing some egg crate into the pipe? That's another thing I've thought of again, but you've got to then again you've more reduced flow. Whereas with those tube things, there's a larger surface area for more flow to get in through. That's what I'm thinking. If you're narrowing it down to a grid work section through,
it's going to clog.
You're going to get a clogging, or you're going to get everything clamping up against it, which is stopping, all your meter building up against it. That was what I was thinking. So that's the reason why I was thinking for the long cylinder tube ones, because all right, you're going to still get it clamping around it.
They work good.
You're going to get more flow through it because there's more of a surface area. So that's what I was thinking, Peter. Let me know what you think. But you could
definitely. I tried it the other way, and it'll back up and it will flood your filter box, and then you'll find there's only half the water left the next morning. Yeah. So stick to the proper baskets. I'll go to Japanese tomorrow, and I'll see if I can get some for you, because I think they do both sizes there.
Sweet, nice one, mate. Thank you very much. Let me know, and I will sort you out if it needs to be made. I'll transfer your money while you're there. John Dunn, you could also add another chamber to your filter system, mate.
Yeah.
Which is what else we actually spoke about, didn't we? You could always just have if you put a bulkhead in, from your bulkhead into, like one of those totes that Daz brings and picks up your fishing. They're relatively cheap, mate, from what they are. You can have a lockable lid on them, bang some airline hose through top, stone on bottom, moving bed, static bed, whatever you want. Drop inside it, and then you could always then just come straight back out and back into your pond as a secondary return.
Yeah.
Gives you a good option. Easy to make, mate, piece of cake. I'm more than happy to come down and we can knock that up in a couple of hours.
Are you eating at McDonald's?
I am, yeah.
Oh, I could taste.
What do they do to me, guys? Every week, these two sit here and munching up.
I've just ate mine before I come on. I had the sweet potato in the Yorkshire pudding with a sprinkle of.
Oh, look at you! All that healthy eating.
Yeah. Have you both, by any chance, do you reckon these guys, by any chance, have got some big, fat, juicy buns again this week that they can make me sit here and drool over as well, like they did last week with the donuts and everything else? No? You not got no this week, mate?
No, I've told you. No, I haven't even bought chocolate this week, so I've totally changed me, and like I say,
new man,
like I say, need to lose a bit more, or a lot more, but I'm not getting it.
At the end of the day, it doesn't have to come off. Comes off if it comes off. As long as you're happy and you're enjoying yourself doing what you're doing. If you lose some, that's a bonus, mate. That's the best way to look at it.
Yeah, that's it.
Black Country Coil Block, in my opinion, guys, all transfer pipes on your new filter setup need to have a valve inline. So you can switch from one, prevent it from flowing into the other, to the next. The thing is, though, mate, once I pull the dump valve on it, there is no transfer because it drops straight below the level, and the transfer of water from one to the next stops. And water doesn't run back up from what I've seen. So I think it should be okay. But like I said, mate, I'm open to suggestions, and if it requires it, I shall stick your little idea in there, mate, and we'll see what happens and how it works.
You're making me drool now, you are, Daz.
Sorry, mate.
Ramsey's DIY Koi Pond. How you doing, bud? Hope you're good.
Hi,
Evening, everyone, he says.
Right, Ramsey.
Dave Country Koi Block says, evening, mucker. How's the cycling going, mate? Have you done your... it's close to my heart as well, should remember. The prostate cancer. Have you done it, mate? If you have, thank you very much. I appreciate it, mate. The money that you're raising and people like yourself. I've been there, done it myself, mate, for my dad. My dad's had prostate cancer. 1 in 4 men do have prostate cancer. If you haven't checked, check. End of the day, guys, it's something we need to keep on top of. Not such a pleasant topic to talk about, but I do believe every man should make sure that we're good in that region. So, but I hope everything's worked, mate, and I hope everything's gone good. I hope you raised some good funds. If you haven't done already, I hope you do, mate. If anybody else hasn't checked out his channel and hasn't helped out, chip in, guys. It's a very good cause. Little bit of inside information for you. My dad was the first person in the UK to be operated on by a remote control operated machine in Bradford for his prostate operation. So there's some pretty technical machinery and stuff to it. So close to my heart, that one, mate. That's off to you, fella. Appreciate your support and help for it. We've got Peter's Puddle. Used to have an 8-inch plaque in a 5-foot tank, all over 12-inch. Yep. They grow big, mate, don't they? And they are one hell of a size fish when they start belting around. Sean Morris, I'm between Staffordshire and Wolverhampton. I'm between Bradford and Leeds. Hope you good, mate?
Nice to meet you, Sean.
My Koi Journey says, hi, everyone. How's it going, my Koi Journey? Hope you're good. Paul Parker. Now then, Paul Parker. That must be Spider-Man's dad. As Jack
I think it is.
How you going, Mr. Parker? Up north, Koi. Evening, everyone. Evening, mate. Hope you're good tonight. We've got a yo from the Baldwin one. How are you doing, Jack? Hope you're having a good time down there on your business venture. I hope everything's gone good.
He'll be on his train. He'll be on the train now on the way home.
He'll be on his way back. Oh, I didn't know. I thought he was stopping 2 nights. So, well, yeah. Yes, it was his second night, wasn't it?
Yeah,
or did you stop for 1 night?
It's 1 night.
Well, I hope you're doing good, Jack. Either way, mate. I hope you're enjoying your train journey.
Mate.
We've got It's Koi Evening at the Balding Reefer. Steve Thompson, evening, guys. Evening, Steve. Hope you're well. John Dunn. Oazi do a particular premium moving bed chamber that directly connects.
Ooh.
A premium bed chamber that connects directly to it, Mick. That's good. If they already make something, then that would make sense for me to look into that one and perhaps maybe connect on that additional component.
Yeah, we'll have a live chat later, John, if you're up for it, mate, and tell me more about that. I'm very interested in that.
Nice one, John. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You can put a bit of piping on the length that you want at the end of it, cap it on, and drill as many holes. Yeah, that's another way, mate. There's always the other way of making my own. Yeah, good call. Nice one. I'll give you another bit of a project to do. I can get the angle grinder out and just grind some slots in. I could do the Andy's Koi Pond lifestyle suction pipe that he did for the bottom of his coin is. That kind of same kind of thing. Lift it all and pull it all out. But this one would be preventing stuff from going in. Balding Reaper says, evening, bro. We'll call you later. There you go. Okay, pal, the Balding Reaper. Max Koi, how's it going, Kyle? Hope you're good, mate. Sorry we didn't get to see you down there last weekend, mate. Hope everything that you had some reason as to why you couldn't come. Hope everything's all right, mate. And hopefully we get to see you on the next one, bro. He's put, hello guys, hope all is good. Sorry I'm late. Joys of having kids. 27 in the live, only 11 likes. Yes. Now there is a second mention I'd like to do. If you could do it, a huge favour, guys, smash that like button. First of all, it helps to push my content out there and it shares it with a wider audience, which will in turn help me grow my channel, and then hopefully more and more people will subscribe, and I can push on towards hopefully making this into one day, other than just a hobby. You never know. There's a little bit more there. Just so we can see at present what we've got, we have hit the 500 mark. So
hey,
I have officially this evening, within a couple of weeks' time, been able to gain myself the community tab. So I'll be able to share things that I'm doing, what we've got planned and what we've got coming up. So
well done, guys.
For all those guys out there they're watching now, and for all that you watch at a later date, hopefully in the next couple of weeks when I get my community tab, keep your eyes open, guys, because when we're going places, when we're doing things, when we're popping out, I will try to give as much notice as we possibly can. If anybody wants to come along, meet up, come and have a chat, and just spend a bit of time with us. It will be there for all to see what we're doing, where we're going, and a bit of an advertisement. Come on, jump in and have a meet up. That's what I'm going to be using it for, and obviously up and coming events, up and coming plans, and the rest of it will all be shared in there. So. Well, Reaper says, how's your burger, Daz?
It was lovely, thanks.
Kyle said, what's Danger Mouse chewing?
It was a chicken legend.
Chicken legend. Sam, how you doing, bud? Hope you're good. Shouts hello to all, I would imagine. Max put, or Kyle's put hashtag London, hashtag Wolverhampton. Completely didn't realise what day it was for GKP Live was Wednesdays. Where have you been, mate? Been Thursdays from day one. Always has and always will be. Apart from, and I will mention it again now just in case, apart from next week, guys, it may very well be, depending on what everybody here, the vast majority thinks, will either be Wednesday or it will be Friday. The reason being is I have a family funeral to attend on Thursday. So there'll be the family gathering, the wake, and all that kind of thing. So I won't be in there's going to be it's a celebration of your life. So there will be some pops, there will be some shandies, there will be some celebration kind of thing going on. So I won't be in a fit state to be on here doing this. So it will be done either before. I might be an idea to do it before, because I imagine come the following day I won't be feeling too cracky either. So we got whoops from Sam. We got Kyle says, how's Reefer and Cy up north doing? All good, guys. There we go. Sam says, loving the view, Daz. Thanks very much. Sam says, hi Daz, hi Mick, hi Gaz.
Hi Sam.
Hi Sam.
Paul
Sam
Parker
get
says,
McDonald's on his island.
there you go. Hi Daz. From Paul Parker. I see you have some interesting toast time. I'm on the lookout for a Ginrin Seragoy, if you have one. I know a man that doesn't have just one. He might have a good 50 or 60 or so. And some of them are very nice, man. You do have some non-Ginrin, but you do have more Ginrin than none, don't you?
Yeah.
Seragoys. So you does have a fair few, mate. If you want to do, or if you're interested, let me know. We'll get some details swapped. Feel free to email me and I'll pass your details on to Daz. And then you can have a chat with each other, mate. Email is in my about on my YouTube page. Up North Coy says, hi Kyle, hope you're all good. Sorry, hope you're good, mate. Jeff Lee says, yeah, what? KK, yeah, I agree. whatever that one is, Jeff. Are you good? Yes, guys, back on the horse. Thank you. I guess that's an inside comment back and forth. Sean Morris, I think my comment was missed. I said all the happy Oh, right. Sorry, Sean. I did miss that. If I did, I apologise, mate. Right. So you're between Staffordshire and Wolverhampton, but you would be interested in the clown loach. Right. You've got a 5 foot, 450 litre.
Yeah. Beautiful tank. Beautiful tank.
Drop us an email, mate. We'll arrange something. The email is, make sure I get this right. It's gazkoipond1 at virginmedia.com. That's GAZSKOIPOND1 at virginmedia.com. Feel free to hit me up, mate. Drop us an email and we'll arrange something. But obviously, if you're wanting it, it'd be nice to see you go to a good home. What other fish do you have? Is it a community tank? Is it going to be going in with piranhas? Is it going to be going in with silver dollars or anything that might be aggressive towards him? Being a big fish, if you've got any snails, you soon won't have because he annihilates anything you put in your tank in that form. He loves them. We got well done, guys, from Thomas, Stephen Thomas. Thank you very much, or Thompson, should I say? Stephen Thompson. I wonder if you're on here. Yeah, can't be. Oh, it might be. Very much doubt it. My uncle's last name's Thompson. So, sorry. A bit random, that wasn't it? Before we go any further, and I keep reading any there's a bit of a little chat back and forwards there from Si and Kyle. So, we'll drop on back out. Anything else you guys would like to have a quick chat about? Because
I've got something. Using salt topically, now that we've had this Nick's had a fish and a Chiba that got a damaged dorsal, and we've used salt topically as like a cream, sort of a paste, and brushed it on, and it's worked really well. I'd completely forgot about this. I'd seen it on Breeding Barwood, I think it is, on his video, and I've tried it in the past and it worked well for me. For some reason, I completely forgot about it. I wonder if anyone else has had good results. I mean, Sam's got an English fish at the minute, and I recommended Sam try the salt on it.
Yeah. Well, I thought the same. What was the gentleman's name? Is his channel again? Brady
Barwood or
Brady Brentwood.
Brady Brentwood. At present, if anybody's looking for his channel, you'll see he's keeping a lobster that he got from his supermarket in a big tank. That's when he moved on. He was doing a lot with koi, wasn't he? He was doing a lot of back breeding and all sorts of stuff.
He still does. He still does some backyard breeding.
He's got his own koi farm, hasn't he?
Yeah. So I imagine it's probably been.
He used to. He hasn't now.
Has he now?
No. He's moved off the farm now. But he does some backyard. He does backyard breeding still, but I don't think he's got the farm no more.
I got it from his channel, mate. So and I've treated a couple of times in that manner, in that way, just making up a little bit of a paste. Yeah. Adding a bit of water to your salt, mixing it to its a thickish consistency, but just doesn't drip off. It just holds on a brush, and applying it direct over the area, leaving it for a couple of minutes, and then just swilling off the salt, and then banging it back in the pond. And I've found for minor little grazers or scratches, let's say for example you're netting up a fish, it starts tearing around and it gets a quick scuff against something in the bottom of your pond, maybe a plant pot or bottom drain, whatever it might be, and it just gets itself that little bit of a scuffed scratch line. Mick had a fish which had had exactly that kind of thing, and we suggested that he did it. He put some on within, left it on for a few minutes, popped it back in.
10 hours. Within 10 hours. I mean, it was red. It was red to start off with. I did that like you both told me to. Within 10 hours, it had gone white. It was perfectly fine. And now, I got her out tonight. I sent you a video of it. And it's looking good, looking nice.
You can barely see. There is a slight lighter colour in, but you can already see the pigmentation is going back, the colour's coming back. It doesn't burn them in any way, shape or form. It does make it go a little bit milky white in the area where the salt's been applied, doesn't it? But the redness had gone straight away. We also told somebody else to try it with a little bit of, I think it was like the wool fluffy kind of fungus growing on a fish. We told him to give that a try. And we're yet to speak to him again to see how well it worked. Along with using some everyday regular fungus treatment in his water and in his pot he's using, but we've just said give it a go, see what happens, see if it works. It should. We think it'll get rid of it. But again, like we said, we need to speak to him to find out.
Any little red abrasions or any little red marks that you think, oh, what's that? Before it gets any worse, use the method that Gaz has told me to use. And say now, every time now, if I see anything up, that'll be the first go-to method, I think, because how well it's worked on the achiever.
Yeah. On the reef, there's some good ones outside London near me. There you go. I'll be in touch. And we'll see you all at the Grown Show, if not before. Nice one, Paul. There you go, mate. He's got a chance. Ginger Viking shouts, yo. John says, Viking. John. Yeah, guys, do any of you use salt in that manner? Do any of you actually apply it to damaged areas, sores, marks, slight light abrasions? Would you try it? Have you tried it? And have you had any success with it? I'm pretty sure that Brady guy does it on natural ulcer and applies it to he believes it's an ulcer.
Yeah, and he did it on like a red mark on a kohaku's head.
Yeah.
And then within 2 weeks, within a week, he said it's completely gone.
Yeah. I've tried it, guys, and I think it works.
Oh, it does work.
I know other people. I've seen the results from Mix. I'm not saying people should try it, but I'm asking if people have, or would you? Would you be prepared to try it? It's a lot cheaper than going out there and buying these products. And the reason, my theory behind it is, you get toothache. You go to the dentist. Your dentist prescribes you with antibiotics, and he also tells you after each meal, mix up a little bit of salt water and gargle and swirl it around your mouth. Kills the bacteria, gets rid of the infection. So if it works for us, I don't see as why there shouldn't be a reason for it to kill bacteria and get rid of infection on a fish. And it's not like it's long term, it's not being stuck there or being left or being sealed in. It's literally being applied, left a few minutes, rinsed off, and then having your fish back to your water.
That's a good point. I mean, you've got things like Populus and stuff like that where you put a seal on the wound. But you've always got to remember you've got to get every single bit of necrotic material out.
Otherwise, you're sealing the bacteria
and you're just causing a lot more trouble. I mean, I've done it a few times. I have done it a few times where unfortunately it has made things worse. Where I didn't get quite enough of the material out. But like I say, it's always a learning curve. And like I say,
well, it is. It's definitely a learning curve. I mean, like I said, I'm not. It's more by good luck than good judgment or preventive. I would say more than anything. I've not had anything yet, but I would like at some point, if anybody does get one and I get one, or if I do get something like that somebody would come along and show me now what, where, and when the best way to do it. Because I've never done it. I've seen it done. Sorry, I'm trying to clean the glasses guys because I'm struggling to see a little bit. But obviously, if anybody else has any form of stuff like that I need to do, I'd like to be there because
I would. I'd be up for that as well.
I'd like to be there to experience it and perhaps maybe participate in assisting in doing whatever needs to be done, just to see what is done and what you do, to do it. So, touch wood. I don't get them, so because up to press, I've been lucky. Mike Bordeaux says, has anyone been starting any more fires to expand his koi farm? Not fire that was, it certainly was, mate.
That's how we take out the competition. You just burn it to the ground.
That's it. Well, yeah, we can go back to after I've read this to John's. I've given wounded koi a salt bath in separate hospital tanks and had great results. End of the day, mate, same thing, isn't it, really? You like they're rinsing your mouth with salt water, isn't it? So I think potentially salt and salt use in your pond and salt use on your fish for treatments and that kind of thing is vastly underestimated of what goods and what it can do. I know we've talked on this topic a lot, but each time we bring up the topic, it's with a slightly different element to it, which shows you just how universal it is, which has got to be a good thing. Yeah. Anybody else out there used it? You've used it now, Daz. You're still not convinced, are you? Other than
not in the ponds permanently. I've used it topically, street fish, and I've given them salt baths, and I've had success with that. But I've not, to be honest, I've not got a salt meter. I need to spend 90 quid on a decent salt meter, then I'll have the confidence to tip salt in my pond. I ain't going to do it blind.
It's not cheap, Ella.
No.
I kind of begrudge spending that kind, especially, you see, the way I do it is trip to my local. I'm always going there for something at some point, so I take a water sample there and go, thanks, and get it tested. So that's the way I do it. But
yeah, the problem is, though, a lot of places won't even let you do that. It's like Quenny Koi, they won't let you take a water sample in there because you could potentially bring in contamination to their facility, which I totally understand.
Yeah, but you're not walking in there splashing around everywhere. If it's in a sealed container and it's closed up, well, what's the risk? I mean, that's just, to me, what was that? What's the company called?
Quenny Koi.
Quenny Koi, that's just stupid. You're turning away business, turning away customers. They're potentially going to come in there and buy products from you when you've tested them and said, yeah, you've got a problem. Yeah. If it comes in a sealed vessel, or you bring the products outside to test it, why turn away custom? Unless you obviously don't need it because you're making that much. That seems like a silly thing to do. Now, my koi facility where I go to, if you wanted to take in a fish and say, I've got a fish with this problem, they will point blank refuse for you to bring that fish in. Makes sense. But when you're taking a sample in to nothing more than a shop counter, not going near a water source, I don't see how that could be potentially a problem.
Yeah.
Unless you trip up and slap it around and throw it back. But I take mine in a sealed up jar with a lid on it, watertight lid, because I don't want to soak in wet through car seat when I leave a big jar of water on. So it's not going to go nowhere. Take out a sample, dip it in. Maybe the use of the egg product with then cross-contamination by putting it in there more, but I would just say then, the chances of a couple of droplets of water causing an issue seems a bit slim to none to me. But what do I know? Mike says it's taking the competition out, does.
Yeah.
He says, I'll be using salt for a bit when I get my fry, helps them settle in better. There you go. Well, see.
Yeah. I mean, that could be a good topic, Daz.
Yeah.
Whenever we do get a Japanese, it could be a thing we could try, because I'm sure the Japanese use salt, don't they?
They do.
Japanese, they definitely do. Well,
definitely, exclusively. That's pretty much all they use.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good experiment. Right.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, but we're talking over you then. We've got an evening all from Telford Koi Pond. Hope you're good, Phil. Better late than never. Hope everybody's okay and looking forward to the bank holiday weekend. Yeah, me too, mate. Again. Might have upset a few people there whilst I was saying my opinion of why a shop shouldn't do what they did, because that made the numbers drop a little bit, but it did upset you. Terribly sorry, guys, but it's just an opinion. We're all entitled to one. Got a hi Phil from Mike, and we've got a hey Mike from Phil. I do think it's got some real good properties to me, and it's well worth the use.
It's natural. It's a natural occurring element, isn't it? So
yeah. It's not expensive either.
no.
It's not. It's relatively cheap to use. It's relatively simple to add. Technically, if you go slightly over from 0.3, it's not that bad of an issue because you can go up to levels of 0.9. So, and it's easy enough to get back out. But the one downside to it is there are certain products you can't use with it. My advice would be, if he's interested in using it, always ask for a professional's advice whether any products that you purchase before you put it in your pond can be used. And if you need to do 20 to 30% water changes, keep doing that till you know that the salt levels are out, and if in doubt, test your water out. Make sure it's got no content in before you add oil in it. Don't take the risk of using any products in with anything that is advised or on the label say it's do not use in conjunction with or do not use with.
Yeah.
Always reasonable, guys.
Formalin's one of them big ones. What we watched that the Japanese gentleman doing a tutorial about salt, and he said never ever use formalin with salt.
Yeah. We have, does salt in the pond affect filter bacteria? No, mate, it doesn't. Not that I'm aware of. If it does, if it did and it does, I'm gonna stick my neck on the block and say no, it doesn't. Not to levels of 0.3 because
higher level.
It has 0.3 in throughout the year. I tried to keep mine to 0.3. Not everybody agrees. That's fine, but that's what I do, and I don't have any issues. And I don't have high ammonia, don't have nitrites, don't have nitrates. My plants grow. I've got a nice, steady, equal balance in my pond. I have had a bit of protein on when feeding a little bit too much, which I think is due to underfiltration, hence the new filter, hence the new build. So, but other than that, I don't believe it does, man. I'll stick my neck on block and say, no, it doesn't. Not to levels up to 0.3 for sure, anyway. John Dunn, I've always treated serious wounds, heron strikes, etc., the same way. Salt bath with clove oil to relax the fish. Yeah, that's pretty cool, that stuff, isn't it? Clove oil. I didn't realise that's what it was today. I didn't realise it was clove oil, but yeah. Very cool. Iodine. Recall the wound clear. Recall the wound cleaner, and then Kasuri top coat sealer over the wound. Sorry, my reading is terrible, guys. I am practicing. Sorry, guys. My wife was just opening the living room to the conservatory window. I thought she was going to hurl some abuse at me, but she didn't. She didn't realise they were still on the live. Yeah, we're still live.
Yeah, John, have you ever had a problem where you haven't cleaned it out and you've put that sealer on, or?
Oh, talking of herons. Sorry. Well, I'll bring that up afterwards. That was a question to John. Have you ever had any problems when you've been using the sealer, John? When you've actually applied it, have you ever had any problems where you might have sealed in an infection and it's worse? Yeah. Mike Bordeaux says, great question, Viking. I agree, mate. That was a good question. Everybody remember me going out there and buying this ease me off a little bit. I bought a bag in for baby fry. One, I thought, why not? I'll stick it in with my other fancy goldfish and grow my own fry. I transferred that fry from my small pond to put it in with my big pond. Guess what's no more, guys? Guess what upsets me even more so is it actually turned out to be a snow asagi.
Oh, yeah, beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful.
It was lovely, perfect markings, completely. It was coming on and doing great.
It was icy white. It was like your jumper. I'm saying that, it was amazing.
absolutely lovely, and I think it will have a bit of potential. For some reason, it was obviously, I think it was because it was smaller than the rest, but I thought if I put it in there, it might encourage a bit more growth because there's more food going in there. I should have really left it where it was till it were a bit bigger. Personally, I think now. But it liked to go up around the back of the plants and the pot where my reeds are, which are just starting to grow back through again now. But in that area, I've cut a circle out on the pot so that the reeds can grow out. And it liked to go in there and just bask, I'm guessing, just keep its distance from the bigger fish. It's gone. I've got a sneaky suspicion that said heron has been round and whipped out when it's gone. I've looked everywhere. I've taken all the plant pots, the lily pots out, and it's nowhere to be seen. And I'm absolutely devastated that it's disappeared. Only thing I can put it down is the heron or something has whipped it out and nicked it, and it's taken it away. I know he comes around regular. I know that's why I have a net on. And for all those that might be wondering, am I going to have a pond without a net on? No, definitely not. I'd rather look at my fish through a net and struggle with the net topping than see my fish be stabbed and pulled out and whipped on banking and left to die when it's too big for him to swallow. Or, unfortunately, I lost that cracking little fish. One bit makes me not too bad is the fact that it were only 40p. The other bit on it is the fact that I paid 40 or 50 pence for it. But it was a snow white snag. Yeah, fish. Not that very many. Well, a bit gutted, but it is what it is. So, sorry guys, you won't be seeing that little fella anymore. Win some, you lose some. That one I definitely lost. Mr. T, what's up, lads? How's it going, mate?
Right.
How you go?
All good.
Fake snake works perfect, girls. I've heard that before, and I've seen other people use a fake snake in and around the ponds as well for keeping the herons away. I mean, tempted, mate, to get a real snake, leave snake there for heron. Never mind the fake. The mice have had enough of the UV and gone for the fish now. You might very well have, mate. It could very well have. That damn little mouse, it chewed through my insulation, bagged up loads of it, made itself a little nest right outside of my filler box, decided it to have a nibble on the wire in two places, and almost tried to chew through the transformer section to the ultraviolet as well. So it proper did a number on the ultraviolet. It needs to be replaced. I can't leave it as it is. It's being made safer now, temporarily. Let's just say it needs to be replaced and will be replaced. Steve says, smiling, cracking, laughing faces. I'm half tempted to. Yeah, I won't say what I'm half tempted to do, but let's just say I wish I still had the dogs, because that way then the dogs would have kept it away too. But I've not seen the damn thing. I just know he calls early doors every morning. If he does, he perches on the garden fence, sat there waiting, but. There's no percent definite. Say again.
I've even seen them fishing at night.
Oh yeah, they're boulders. Yeah.
I've been night fishing, and they've been at the side of me, walking about in the margin, fish.
Yeah. I've seen them down my local water, mate, doing the same thing, and that's been at 2 morning. It's been pitch black, dead at night, and they've been there, and it's a bit eerie, isn't it, when you see them creeping around and stalking up you, and they just walk past you like you're not even there.
Yeah.
Anybody else got any topics? Has anybody got any questions they'd like to ask? Either me, Mick, or Daz. Feel free to stick your comments in there, guys. Is there anybody that would like to come on and join us and have a chat with us? If you are, let me know, and I'll stick a link in and let somebody jump in and have a chat with us as well. We've got a message there. We have a heron that comes around at 6:20 a.m. every day looking. That's what my neighbour says. He's a poster, so he's up early doors, and he said he's seen it several times in the morning, just sat on the end of the fence. So, a bit of a gutter, a bit of a signal, but it is what it is. Can't be changed. That's nature, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're very susceptible to lead poisoning. I totally agree. Yeah. Apparently, it's toxic to them, mate. Anybody got anything they want to know? Anybody would like to ask? You guys got any other topics you would like to bring up? Anything else that you would like to share with what's going on? How's the new build going on the new big build on the big pond? Oh, is that top secret?
No, it's not top secret.
Yeah,
slowly, a bit more spoiled to check. And then I'm going to start with and then it's
Are you going to go for the suggestion that we had when we were talking about, well, or as Mick had, when we were talking about making fry out there in it, or? I
did think about turning it into a temporary mud pond, but the problem is once I fill it with water, it's water just to fill it. And you're going to tie that area up.
It'll end up being a permanent mud pond, and it won't be anything else, would it? Yeah.
So to waste like that. So what I was just might do a mud pond on the bottom of the garden, raise it up with feet all the way around the edge, drape a line beside it, and a shallow 12 mud pond just to raise some fry.
Yeah.
Just see how it goes. There's a bit of an experiment. Then it doesn't interfere with the main build.
Yeah, then you can still have your separation areas for your males and your females.
This is what I want, the separate area.
Right, and what you're going to do then, you're going to have fish as your broodstock in that, and then fish in your show pond as perhaps maybe some of your own young that you're growing on.
Yeah.
Pick some of them in there.
Yeah, do my own bed with the old type, just back about the time.
Yeah, you're breaking up. I mean, I don't know if is it coming through clearly to you, Mick, or is it just me?
No, a bit breaking.
You're breaking up just a little bit, mate. But I think you can get the general gist of what you're saying, mate. Have a quick look. There we go. Sorry. What's the depth that a herring won't go to? Is it too full? I don't know. I would imagine they only like to stand to a certain depth. I won't imagine they'd want to be in too deep a water. But the other one is the striking distance as well. So how far can they strike? Because it's the length of the neck, isn't it? That's they normally just sit there and then jab at water. Don't know for definite. That would be something I'd have to look into.
Yeah.
Apparently, herons only have oily film on their feet that attacks fish, and so they go to paddling. It releases into the water. So they have what? Apparently, herons have an oily film on their feet that attacks fish. So when they go paddling, it releases into the water. Is that right? I didn't know that. That's what? So it kind of affects the fish while they're paddling close around it, and then they can strike at them.
Acts like sedate.
No, it's new one on me. Never heard that one before. They also regurgitate food into water. Yeah, I knew that one. Yeah, I knew that they did that. They barf into water, so fish are attracted to the feed to use it as a form of bait to attract them. Yeah, I'd seen that one before. And it's surprising how big a fish a herring can eat as well. On that gentleman's program we were talking about with the use of salt on. Yeah, he had a herring on there, and he shows a herring eating one of his fish, and the thing is, yeah, it's a massive fish, and it just whips it up down throat and gone in one mouthful like it's nothing. Like it could have done something maybe another 5 to 6 inches easier. Bigger with just as much ease. It did it like it went on. Mike has said there, can't really hear Daz. Is it just mine or is it stuttering and think I need some titles? I don't think I've got anything that I can switch them on for you, mate. I think it's just a little bit of connection issue. It does seem a bit clearer again now. Attracts. Yeah. I believed you first time, Ginger Viking. Peter's pull attracts the fish. Attracts the fish. I'm pretty sure there's an echo. Well, let's have a quick recap. If you could all do me a huge favour, guys, and give the channel a thumbs up, and I would be very much appreciated. The fact that we have got up to the 500 subscribers this evening is, well, it's fantastic, guys. Thank you very much. I really don't believe it, to be fair. I didn't think I'd ever get this far. Nor did my wife, nor did my kids, nor did my family.
Oh, you did, mate. You did it.
Yeah, I've done it now. I've got there. Fingers crossed, it keeps on growing. So it's just a massive thanks to everybody for all those that have subscribed and all those that have been coming back regular. And if you don't subscribe and you still enjoy coming back, I appreciate it all the same. The likes, the views, and the rest of it is just as nice. So I appreciate all of it from everybody. We've got another one there from Steve. That was Koi in the UK, mate. There you go. I'm guessing that must have come from Koi's Koi in the UK, and we've got another attracts for the just to be sure in case anybody didn't realise it's attracts.
Yeah. Can I ask Daz a question?
Problem. Sorry, go on, mate.
Can I ask Daz a question about? Have you seen any of your fish that you want to keep for broodstock? They're like the Chagoy, the Tancho, Bashiki, and stuff like that. Have you thought about that yet? What you will be keeping?
Yeah, there are a few that stand out that I will definitely be keeping for breeding on for broodstock. I've got one very much like yours, Gav. The one you got from Vince.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Almost identical. So
I think did you not show it in the last video?
I think I may have done, yeah.
I think you did, yeah. I did kind of think that when I saw it. So you got an Adapsu and a Chiba. Looks like it's that one.
Because it was like a silver, then it was a grey, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Grey silver patch.
Oh no, not that one. That was a Sorogoy, I think. Oh wait a minute, it wasn't a Chiba. Yeah. This is completely different. It's totally Deutz. And the bottom half is like a gunmetal grey, and the top half is a sort of a brownie colour. And it's got like
the reverse
pattern on the side. Looks very interesting.
I've seen that one.
That's something you've got to keep that one, and does that one's going to be a keeper. If we get a male and a female, we've got a reversed opposite pattern to each other there that we could possibly put into a future breeding program.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Then we've got that orange one that glows.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see
neon.
Yeah, neon. We didn't manage to catch it last time when Jack was there, but yeah, I think it's a Kahaku, and it's like a neon orange. It really glows.
Oh, it's beautiful. It looks 3D as well, guys. Hey, you know you've never seen it like it.
We might have to see, guys, if we can get Daz to do us some footage of that, and then come next week.
Yeah, well, it won't be too long for regrading them.
When you're thinking of doing it?
As soon as I get the flying saucers up and running.
Are you going to put two side by side connected together through the same filter system and just have them?
I might do them separate, just in case. So I don't like connecting tanks together in case you get a parasite or an infection. It just spreads through everything. I'd rather do it individually.
It was a big problem.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've just got to set up the filtration on those, and then they're good to go. Then the fish can be moved on into those, and I will put the high end keepers in those, and probably still keep the lower grade fish in the sleeper tanks. But they'll grow on faster like that as well. It's a lower density.
Got some amazing chags. I mean, really, really beautiful chags.
I know. When I graded through the chag, I mean, I like a chag. And when a chag looks like it's got something special to it, like those big wild scale milk.
Yeah.
especially with those scales being Ginrin, mate. That I did when I were, when you weren't all doing what you were rest of you doing, and I was still grading them through, and you were giving them a PP and putting them in.
Yeah.
I was sat there with a lot of them, just looking at them for ages, thinking, "Wow, that." Just trying to imagine what they'd be like this size. If you can get some of them fish to a good size, mate, you can have some absolute stonk.
Yeah, he pulled 2 chags out. It was like a nice light chocolate and a tea chag, and they were, both of them was about 6 or 7 inch. And I'm telling you now, they were stunning.
Yeah.
Green one as well.
Very similar to Keith's.
Sorry?
Very similar to the one Keith had.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. There was a Deutsch one as well. You pulled out.
Yeah.
So there was 3. There was 3. All different styles chags there were.
Yeah.
Mickey one says, "I've got a wood pigeon problem. I can't get rid of them."
Yeah, the breed like rabbits.
Wood pigeons? I don't know. I don't think they are, but I mean.
Problem is that if you've got a pergola or anything above your pond, they'll just sit on there and poo in your pond.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm having a problem. On the front part of the house at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, you can get those pigeon spikes or bird spikes or whatever that they can put all over areas where they nest and perch, but then you push all for you everything pushed out of your garden. Do you want that? I guess the problem is the messing in your pond then. Or the fact that the bathing or bathing in your pond maybe as well. Again, same. I mean, I do get the odd occasional small little sparrow that pops down to the side of my pond and has a bath in water.
Yeah. Birds can be predatory as well. I mean, I found this once, and I've never seen it before. We had a load of tadpoles in the pond, and they were all around the top rim of the pond eating the algae. And every day, a blackbird would come down, and he'd sit there and he'd mop up a couple of 100 tadpoles, one after another. Now, I might imagine if you got fry in the pond, they would probably go for the fry as well. But I would never have thought a blackbird would have been a problem.
Well, they eat worms, don't they? So
I suppose they'll eat it.
Yeah, they definitely take live food in that sense. So yeah, I would imagine if it moves around and they can get the gob around it, they'll have it no matter what, won't they? So
yeah,
I wouldn't have thought they were going for tadpoles, but they all gather on edges, like I said, don't they? They all just thrashing around on top.
Yeah, within about 3 weeks, they'd all gone to tadpole, Dad.
Wow. So they were busy then, weren't they? Probably feeding them to be fair. Might have had young on with them.
Oh yeah, they'll probably feed chicks with them.
Yeah. I'm guessing that was, and that might be your problem, mate. I don't know what you could really do about it other than anti-spikes to prevent them from being there or coming around your pond in the first place, but pigeon pie is supposed to be nice, from what I've heard. I had a new imported koi from Japan a few years ago, 65 cm, that ended up on the roof of the house.
Wow.
Wow. See, there you go. A 65 cm fish. That ain't no small fish. But it ended up on the roof of his house once the owner decided it was too heavy. Jeez, that's...
Yeah. I've had 40 cm fish with bullet holes in them from the heron where it's harpooned them with its beak.
Yeah. I've seen them with, when I've been fishing places, stabbing at a fish and whacking it until he got it into pieces so that he could actually swallow the fish down in lumps rather than one whole lump. So I've seen them, but it was like a fish carcass. It weren't a fresh fish. Or a fresh kill. It was a dead fish that was just floating outside the pond that it came around and just cleaned up. But apparently, Ginger Viking says the feet and legs of a common heron exclude an oil with a particular odour which attracts fish within striking distance of the bird's powerful beak. Ah,
Wow.
that's nuts, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's off of Google, so it must be true.
Yeah.
This guy says, congrats on the 500. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Mike's desperate for me to play the guitar. You got to give us a tune now on the guitar. What do you want? I'll give you a tune if you want. Just bear 1 second. I'll give you an E. That's the tune. We've got a... What do you want, Mike? There you go.
Hey.
If everybody didn't know, that was Take Me Down to the Paradise City where the grass is green. Oh, won't you please take me home? That's the last time you're probably ever going to get that done again. Right, next one. Congrats from Ginger Viking. Thank you very much, mate. Appreciate it. Orange Neon. I'm in. I can't wait to see that fish. Really can't. Super Neon Mango Bennygoy. Now that
That's nice.
fish.
That fish is absolutely
That fish is stunning. It is beautiful. It is really nice, mate. That fish of yours. I think.
Yeah, it was soon coming down south soon. I think.
Yeah.
Mike.
I think you should give that on me. John Dunn says, I am dying to see the neon fish does.
I'll see if I can get it on film.
Zero Cool says, I love a chag. Don't tell the missus. Why does she like him too? And the likelihood is she's going to, or does she want one as well? Guessing she might like a chag as well. Or do you not want him to tell the missus when you get one where it came from? Secret safe for us, mate.
How much it costs?
Or how much it costs, yeah. Yeah, do wood pigeons carry parasites? Now, mate, this is something that I've heard a lot of people say. A lot of parasites, flukes, come from bird droppings,
Water birds.
and come from snails, slugs, and all that kind of thing. And honestly, my honest answer is I definitely do not know. I have tried to research it to find something that says one way or the other, and I've not been able to find anything that is, you know,
I know
100.
pigeons carry mites. I know they have mites.
Yeah.
Like dust mites and stuff like that.
Well, dust mites live on the feathers, though. They don't tend to live within the droppings, but I suppose there is probably I can see it. Parasites being in poo from birds.
Most animals carry flukes. As somebody's description is liver flukes. I think they're found in pigs and such. So, fluke.
I mean, toads and frogs. Toads and frogs are your worst.
Yeah.
Bringing that kind of nasty parasite into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go, Mickey. Yes, but
In
whether
fact,
or not, I would imagine
thinking of it, there's a
because it's not
parasite that
any fun.
affects snails, and it goes into the eyes, and the eyes start to pulsate. And I'm not sure whether that's fluke, and it explodes out the snail, and then another snail eats the babies off the grass or whatever, and it carries on again. No, it doesn't. Its eyes pulsate, and it attracts a bird. The bird then eats the snail because it sees the movement of the pulsating eyes.
Yeah.
It's on a David Attenborough program, and I think that may be the things in the water, and then that starts a life cycle again for the fluke. I have a feeling that might be it.
So the bird's picking up from eating. Yeah, so birds picking up bugs and that kind of thing.
It's just snails, only snails.
Only snails. So there you
go. The fluke makes a snail crawl up the stem to the top of the stem, so it's easily seen by the bird, and then it just sits there with its eyes like pulsating. Weird.
Yeah, there's lots of weird stuff like that though in nature, isn't there? Some bug that capture another bug, lay an egg inside it, and it sits there inside it, and then it hatches, and then it eats its way out of it, and then burrows its way back out, and the cycle continues.
Like the botfly.
Little wasps and stuff that lay them in capsules.
Like the botfly. It lays its larvae inside the human.
Yeah.
And it
muscle mass.
It starts to grow, and then it puts a breathing tube up.
Yeah.
And you can't pull it out. You have to suffocate it out.
They've got barbs, haven't they?
Yeah.
They actually look in, don't they?
Yeah. Horrible things.
I won't fancy one of them either. What's the size of the tags now, Daz? I think you just said, did you 5 to 6 inch?
Yeah, the biggest ones are probably about 6 inch.
Yeah. But they're growing.
I mean, we can get some
They're
footage
growing fast, to be honest.
They're growing very fast. I mean, they've grown 3 inch within the last 4 weeks or 6 weeks, would you say?
Yeah.
Since the last time when we did the last stage fry and the grading, and moved them from one to another, and moved them all on the stage, they bang on a fair few inch from them. That's pretty good, isn't it, mate? They're doing well.
They're permanently hungry.
We've got a message there from Peter. I've started work again, being trusting other half to feed the fish. Clarity's been great since put a new filter in. She says it's her. Does anyone else trust their partner with their ponds? LOL. You just got a crack on the head when I read that one out, mate.
My wife really knows everything.
I would do, I'd trust my wife, because at the end of the day, she always goes on the area of caution and adds probably less rather than more than what she should. So, if nothing else, the fish might be a little hungrier than what they would be, but she knows not to feed too much. She had tropicals, we've had tropicals. No problem. I quite often just say, can you do me a favour if I go away for a weekend or whatever, we're on one of those trips out or whatever, I would leave my wife all the time. In fact, I'd leave any of my kids to do it as well, because they all know what's what with fish. We've all had them all their lives, so personally for me, definitely. Nels, would your good lady wife be able to? I'm saying that you've got a lot of fish. She might need a bit of an hand to go around and feed all that lot, though. It might be a family thing that has to be done.
I've got no chance. I'll leave it up to my mum. If I can't make it for some reason or other, my mum will pop down the garden and feed them for me.
There you go.
The trouble is, she does tend to overfeed, though. She'll feed them whether they need it or not. But I'm grateful of any help, so I can't grumble.
That's the thing, though. Any beggars can't be choosers. When you can't get there, you got to settle for what you can get. It's only every now and again. It's not too bad. It's only yourself that can judge it, really, because cold weather can put off the food. It's experience, isn't it? And it's hard to teach that to other people. I noticed this. Yeah, you're going to say it's gone. Crack on.
Yeah, you go first, because that's a question. I've been talking to both of Gaz and Daz. My fish have been acting a little bit weird today. Daz has seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
And we put it down to the temperature change again, because it's dropped. It's dropped down 3 degrees upon that. It's down to 9 degrees again.
Yeah, it could well be, because I scraped that fish, absolutely nothing on it whatsoever. And I gave it a real thorough going over. I scraped its belly, its sides, absolutely nothing. So there's no parasite issue.
As I told you the morning, Mick, when I was talking to you, I set off to work this morning and yesterday morning. This morning I just had to switch my wipers on, but it literally cleared frost from my windscreen. The day before, I was scraping my windscreen again. A full-on frost across my window, which is one slight plus to it. That means my grass ain't going to grow for a little bit again, because it slows it down when it's frost, which is good. I'm happy with that. The good one is, the fish. Mine have all been down at bottom again, all grouped up, kind of getting ready for what either they think is going to be a cold snip again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it warms back up again, because bank holiday weekend's coming up again. It'd be nice to have some good weather. Mine had gone from feeding like crazy last weekend, and I mean the weekend before, I probably got 6 or 7 feeds in them. They were just food mad. They were absolutely ravenous. this morning and yesterday morning, not even coming to top. So I left it till I got home this evening, went out, and then they came up. So then they got an handful feed that rate, just rather than too much. Just give them a little bit just to keep them tied over. But yeah. I noticed the difference myself.
All my fish in the tunnel and the koi house are still feeding like crazy. Yet the fish in the pond, no, they were really reluctant to come up and feed. I put a bit of food in, but it took them a good 20 minutes before they even looked at the food. So it must be temperature.
Dropped off a lot on it though, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, Mick's gone a little bit quiet there for a second. He muted himself. Oh, right, he's back.
Right, I'm back.
You had a question that you wanted to ask. You were saying there then?
Say again, sorry.
You had a question that you said you wanted to ask before you forget what you're doing. It's all right. If you want, mate, I'll go through these comments a bit.
Mike, let me have a think.
Mike's put an Elvis with an LOL. Nice, Gaz. Where's the green grass? Where's the green grass? Koi. What? Where's the grass is green and the koi is pretty.
Paradise City.
There we are. That's very good. We should, you do. I'll admit you sing it. You got flukes from slugs and snails, things that birds eat.
Yeah.
We've had it before, mate. We've said it before. I mean, I'm pretty lucky. There's not normally that many slugs around my garden. That's probably because there's a whole ring of slug poison everywhere, so there isn't. But the other one is I don't get any snails into my pond because I have a net on and it's fine meshing. So most of the snails, you see, that's one thing you never see, do you? You ever see snails with big shells? You never see a small snail with one shell. You never see the big ones, do you? They always seem to be around as adults.
It's like you never see a baby pigeon.
Well, that's pretty much because they can't fly until they're adults.
No, that was a question I was thinking about. Like I'm saying, the temperatures are other people's ponds, or other people seeing a change in their fish over the last 2 days, acting slightly sluggish, a little bit more lethargic than normal.
Yeah.
Still feeding, but not as they were.
As it were, yeah. Well, compared to what we were talking about, what I was showing you in my pond over a week, Mick, they've dropped off dramatically at mine. They definitely have. Yeah. Zero Cool says, search zombie snails to see the clip.
Yeah.
And that's the pulsing eyeball one.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed now if everybody goes out there and searches that. If anything else comes up, I apologise. Zero Cool just set us up for it. But it were in that said search zombie snails just in case it's not what it says it is.
Murderous snails.
Emma, we got a boom there from Skeggy. How you doing? Good. Thanks, fellas. That's what I was worried about. I'm tempted with the lead treatment. Yeah.
Each to their own.
It's going to come from me, but I know it works. That's all I'm saying. It's very effective. Works every time. And classed as vermin. Well, that's just it. I'm not 100% sure if wood pigeon are.
Yeah,
now,
pigeons
are, or maybe classed as vermin because they're technically.
They're invasive, aren't they? The normal pigeon is an invasive species, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As in the British racing pigeon, that's in and about it. Yeah. The wood pigeon is
natural. It's a.
But having said that, they do shoot the wood pigeons, don't they?
They do. They make a nice breast. They make a nice food out of the wood pigeon breast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pigeon pie and pigeon.
Yeah, pigeon breast. Apparently, you can't eat much of it though. You can't eat much of it because it's quite a rich food. Yeah.
Skeggy's 3-year-old tells the missus just a little bit, and I'm guessing that's referring to the koi food I'm feeding. Just had to order a Mackie D's. Thanks, Daz.
You're welcome.
Daz says he's managing to hold 12 degrees. I need to know Anybody recommend a good temperature gun? And anybody recommend a reasonably good, cheaply priced in your pond thermometer? I don't want one of those ones that sit and fill with water because they're a showerish.
Yeah, I've got one. You can't read it because it's green inside.
Just green inside it, and then when you might take it apart to do it,
it's great.
Yeah, that's what I've got now. It goes green. You can't do anything.
Yeah,
I've got
bleach in it.
I'm thinking about perhaps making use of this one because that one used to go in my tropical fish tank. Now this one comes with a little rubber sucker that you stick to the side of your tank, but that rubber sucker is apparently as well. And after it being in the tank for a couple of weeks, it no longer sticks to the side because it's gone all brittle. So my fear is at the side of a pot from a plant, I might just be able to put that inside the lily and just stick it in there and use that one because it's glass.
Guys,
it.
Put that in your fish tank now. I bet it floats.
That's what I mean. It does, yeah.
Floats.
It floats, so I can just stand it in my little lily pot. So I've got one for my, because I've now got on the tank one on there now on the outside, one of those hologram type of one.
One of them strips, the strip ones.
Yeah, got that on there now. So, but I want one of them shooty fire.
I've got one. They are good.
Infrared heat seat things.
They're quick as well.
Everybody's got those that they use and they could recommend. Hit me up, comments, email about. Manual through.
I'll be interested in one.
Comments after the live and let me know as well because I'd be interested to see what people use. Because I've been trying to find one now. So, I mean, some of them are like 50 and 60 quid. I ain't paying that just to find out what my temperature for my pond is. As crazy as it sounds, you can get a baby's head thermometer one, but you can wipe over your head or you can point at the forehead, and they're about 10 quid. Now, when I pointed that at my fish tank through the glass or through the top to the water and then checked the side of the thing, it cock on. Perfect. Exact right temperature. 27 degrees. Perfect. So if I can't get a proper one at a reasonable price, I'm just going to buy baby thermometer again because those work and they're next to nothing. Just because it doesn't say how to do with koi on it. But I shall, when my daughter brings it back up, because my grandson had chicken pox over a week and it disappeared and it's not come back since, I'll let you know what it is if anybody is interested. John Dunn's put, definitely Mick. Mine have been at the bottom the last 2 days, dipping down to 10 degrees again. Yeah, so proper has made a difference on it. There's a couple of days, it's probably got cold again.
Yeah,
temperature swings and fish are acting weird. I was actually thinking about heating just to keep stable temperatures. You said I've got deep pockets. And I respect that. If you can do it, mate, why the heck not?
Talking of heating, I was having a discussion with my mate today. He's bought a diesel heater for his van. And they do bigger ones, 8 kilowatts. And you can run them on red diesel because it's not been used for road use, and they've come right down in price from I think it was £170 or something down to about £69 because of the time of year people aren't using them. And I was wondering whether that would be good to use in like a polytunnel to heat it in the winter.
Yeah.
Four outlets, 8 kilowatts, so it's going to pump out some heat.
It's putting out some decent temperature in it for 8 kilowatts. What's your average little electric fire? 3.5, 4.5 kilowatts, aren't they? Something like that.
Yeah.
Output.
Yeah, and it's thermostatically controlled.
So so you can have it up and down, and it rises and falls with temperature as well. So you can come back on when it's cooled down and gets to a certain temperature, kicks back in again.
Yeah.
Skeggy says wood pigeons are protected. Now, is it only a wood pigeon if it's in the woods? If it's in your back garden, does it still get classed as a wood pigeon? John Dunn says, £34 you can keep a wireless monitor in the house. Hit me up, mate. Send me links. Let me have a look, and I shall look into it.
34 quid.
Mick, how is the new shower doing? I hope it's good, sir.
It's doing good. If it stays as it is, it'll be okay. But it's starting to think down near its pectoral fins. It's starting to get a little bit of Benny, and
It's another fish coming to my tank. Oh, that's a tank.
yeah, so
Mick's ordered it already.
It may not stop.
Guys, you all need to ask Mick for his email address and contact him. Because if, as this show progresses and this talk progresses, the more people get to know Mick, the more at some point he's going to run out of people that he has to move fish onto. So he'll have to start out to perhaps maybe viewers, because it falls out of him quite quickly. I'm saying you fall out with your fish quite quickly. Oh, it's got a little bit of Benny here. It shouldn't know.
Yeah. I'm
You've
not
got
saying.
high standards, haven't you, Mick?
I'll tell you the truth behind it. He had a fish that he adored. And until I think he gets something that is as switched on, dead near perfect as what that fish was, he might keep searching in a sense.
Yeah.
Skeggy's Pond says average convector heater is like between 1 and 2 kilowatts. Yeah.
Steph just walked in and heard the topic about me getting rid of some fish.
He's gonna get his butt after this live again. He's gonna have to stay on phone now, because apparently Steph said earlier to me, she just gives him a can of whoop ass when he gets off the phone, but he tends to stay on phone all night now, so he don't get the can of whoop ass. Well, he's gonna get him when he gets off. She's gonna give him a good kicking. He's got certain fish in there that he's not allowed to get rid of. He's promised. So
no. And the other topic in my life is my four-legged beauty. That's what she's telling me off about at the minute. It's getting on the nerves.
He has a puppy, and it's a bugger. We'll say that one.
Yeah.
It's a bull breed crossed with the collie, which is, if anybody's ever had a collie and anybody's ever had a bull breed, it's like, mix them together. It's the ultimate dog.
Yeah. I mean,
that's also going to be one of the cleverest things. If you get it switched on, mate, and you get working with that dog, and you find that thing that's, all dogs have their own favourite thing. Like, most of my dogs have been ball crazy, absolutely mad.
That's what it is.
Well, that's your workaround, mate. Every time you want to work with that dog, you tell him he's working, and when he's finished, his reward is ball. That's what they do. So it's like, for example, scent dogs for police. They'll have a touch, whatever. That thing is that dog's treat.
Yeah.
When it's finished doing its scent work, it's rewarded with play through that. Once you find out what its thing is that it's switched on to, mate, you can treat and teach and train a dog to what we want.
Yeah. It went to Daz's mate when he come round earlier. Straight to him, didn't it? He loved it.
Yeah.
He's a lovely dog. You just need to. He's just a band. He's just a band, mate.
Yeah. To be fair, my mate does speak fluent dog.
Yeah.
He was playing with the basketball with him, his favourite ball. He was throwing it, and he kept grinding, fighting with it, and taking it back to him.
That's all they want. Interaction, mate. Attention's attention. It could be good or bad, and that's what dogs seek. Wood pigeons, different breed, numpty. Wood pigeons are a different breed.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Sherlock. It's not like that. I mean, wood pigeons and racing pigeons. There's ringneck doves. They're all similar sort of thing.
Collar-neck doves.
Yeah. Collar-necked. There's loads, isn't there? In the
purple doves.
Purple doves, brown doves, tumblers, you name it.
White dove.
Oh, who's going? Got to go, guys. Catch you later on, mate. I'm clicking through stuff and not even reading it there. See you later, Pete. Hope you have a good evening, mate.
Nice to meet you,
Catch you in the next one, bud.
mate.
Skeggy said, see you later, Peter. Sam says, Mick, backyard koi shop.
No, never again. Never again. Never again. No, they'll go to my friends and people who I know. That's it.
Edlesborough Koi Pond. Steve, good evening. Good evening, mate. Hope you're good. Skeggy says good evening. Hope you're well. Right. Did I read through some kind of a question that I'll pass by something? No, Mike, you answered that already. Any other topics that guys, there are a few people that have just joined back in again. Thanks very much to all those people that have been coming back week in, week out. Thanks to all those people that have subscribed. Greatly appreciated. Just so you know, I have reached the 500 sub mark. I know it might be tempting fate repeating this, but it's just to say thank you, guys. I appreciate it very much. Is there anything else that anybody else has out there that would like to ask, like to know, like to have a chat about? Have you guys got anything else further you would like to say?
Yeah, I've got one. Pond line. Now you've got a pond liner, Mick, and yours is like the woven one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit cheaper version. Now, I'm thinking about in the big ponds whether to use butyl or the woven type. Has anyone ever had any bad experiences with the woven liner?
Right. the woven wire, it's chemically bonded. And it's got a chemically coated. So if anybody's thinking about doing a window by using the woven, the gold label and the what do you call it, the silicone will not stick to it. You will not be able to put a window in properly with that kind of liner. And that's what my friend did.
What about if you were to use sticks like SH Star T? What about that stuff? Would that stick to it? Sorry, I was just...
What's that? Say again.
Well, it's an abbreviation of sticks like SH Star T. What about that? Would that stick to it? Could you make a slight abrasive rub up?
No, we tried that. We did try that. We did try the abrasive, that slight abrasive all the way around the window, and it wouldn't work. So what we ended up having to do, I mean, I don't know if it was a subscriber or anything, Paul from Kirky's Pond, he ended up having to come over to my friend Daniel's and sort it out with a new liner, new everything basically, because he would tell you straight that it will not stick to that liner.
I want to know that. Well, I can say one thing about them though, Daz. At present, my pond in my back garden is made of exactly that same stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, mine's spot on.
The pond liner with next to nothing at that thing. Nowhere near as expensive as your other ones, and thank you very much again for that I just nicely got. But yeah, I've walked around in mine with wellies on, barefoot, and everything in mine. I can feel this, I wouldn't say sharps, but it's certainly the odd lump that's underneath there. Now, I'm hoping that that's not a sharp stone or something. I think it's just somewhat underneath my soft, what they call the underlay. That you can feel them, but nothing's ever penetrated through. I've walked up and down in it for absolute hours while I've messed around and fixed.
It's a very good liner for just a general purpose pond. I mean, like mine and like Gaz's.
I tried to give it now. Have you tried to give it like a tear? It's like,
oh, you can't do it.
Yeah, ripping that.
No. Like I say, it is a good general purpose, but for a window build, I wouldn't even try.
I mean, it's real thin as well, isn't it? I mean,
I think it's quite rigid. I think it's quite rigid. I mean, I think it's quite thick for a cheaper liner.
Sorry, the actual, of your sheet material, how thick is it? It's next to no even. Like the line that you 0.5 mil, not a mil, and I think there's 1.5 mil to them on a normal, heavy duty pond liners.
The liner you've just brought and the liner that Daz has just got off Jack, they are high-end quality liners.
0.5 millimeters in thickness. It's half thick, which is compared.
You can tell the difference. I mean, you can tell the difference straight away in the quality and the texture of it.
Yeah. But to be fair, Daz, I'm pretty sure when I got mine, it says guaranteed 40 years.
40, that's it, 40 years, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, can't grumble at that.
So unless you're going to stab it and put, pop an hole through it kind of thing, it's long term.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good
size of them. One thing I will say about them, what I've found better than the ponds liners I've done before in the past, you can fold them a piece of cake. They're so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, my pond's got a curved arch round top and bottom, and I just did a little fold, and you can barely even tell it. The pressure of the water pushes it pretty damn flat.
Yeah.
For that side of things, it's good, and you can get the creases out across the bottom really easy with them. You just walk it out, get a bit of water in, and walk it out straight out with your feet, and it's just.
I think for my pond, I think it was only 130 quid, 140 quid.
Yeah.
It's peanut money, really.
Yeah. Utah cost you probably 4 times that.
Oh yeah.
Got a message from John. Don't suppose we have any updates on the possible Japan trip? Not as of present, mate. Not personally. I haven't heard anything said about it for quite some time. And to be fair, I really need to find out if, when, why, if we're not, we're doing it.
We'll have a think about it this weekend.
If it's not something that's going to be done and organised through the group, I'm doing it on my own. I'm definitely going, but if not, I want to. Main thing for me is I'm going to need to book the holidays and get them in at some point, at some stage. Being working for a small company, if I leave it too late, then I'm going to end up where I won't be able to get the time off. So yeah, we'll find out, John. I'll let you know, mate, because I'm itching to go there. How it does.
Yeah. Count me.
I want to go, but
I've got my passport ready.
I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to go, me. Yeah.
That's just because I turned around and said that we all have to do a chocolate bug challenge. That's the only reason why he's not. I'll tell you, he's scared.
Mate, I drunk pond water last week, so I'm not
that's true.
Yeah, you say you were pond water, but we've only got your word.
You got staff?
I mean, I'd believe you if you took your phone outside. How was the guts, by the way? Did it have any adverse effects? Did you
It made me feel a bit iffy.
Next time you do it, to prove, to be sure, you have to take the camera out live and go, here, guys, dip it in,
Right, okay.
shot it, 6 shot glasses lined up on bar like you're doing tequilas. Mike says Boxwell laundry is the way to go, but very expensive. Yeah, that's the bit we're trying to avoid. That's the bit on GKP. We always try to avoid, Mike, if we can. Because don't do expensive. I'm from Yorkshire. You didn't know that. Dad says I've got woven on kids chucking stones and all sorts. No problem so far. As Mick says, nothing sticks to it properly. Yeah, they're pretty strong guys, aren't they? No, I mean,
they're a good liner, a general purpose liner.
It's easy enough, and it don't. The best bit is though, when you cut it don't fray back either. You don't get the, like a tarp when you cut a tarp and you get a fray. Ain't nothing like that. I'll be honest. When I ordered mine, it was all ordered as a kit, and I looked at it when it came and I thought, they sent me a tarpaulin. What the heck is this? And then I looked it up and thought, maybe we'll see. I put it in, expecting it to be cack, and it's been really good. So, yeah. Sticks like, yes, that's the one, mate. I'm not going to say it because you put the one in. Sticks like SH1T, but it actually on the, I think it's a star.
Yeah.
I was being just having a laugh. I have the woven one. After a heron split it, no repair patches stick to it. Yeah. I suppose that's a downside.
That's one downside, yeah. I don't think Aaron would attempt to get in mine because it would be about 5 foot deep.
Well, I can say, so you know, with mine, everybody knows probably, you've seen me when I've done out with my pond and I lift my line up and I put my little piece of twin and earth wire and I hook it over top of my washing line just to get my net up out of the way. All those stones that are around, I literally sat on top of it. Now, I've dragged those stones on and off, many a weekend, every weekend for God knows for exactly 3 years today since my pond took its first lot of water. I mean, I've got a little video shared on Facebook. It is 3 years today since. Thank you very much. I've just had.
500 subs. You could have a biscuit.
Oh, I got 500 subs and a biscuit and a brew. Well done from the line. Thank you very much. But yeah, I've dragged my Yorkshire stones, cobbles, bricks, whatever you want to class them as, stones, whatever. I've dragged them on and off over top of that, and there isn't even a slight abrasion. Nothing. It's not scuffed them or done out to it. Not made an ounce of damage to it. So it's pretty strong stuff. I'd say if you want to make yourself a cheap pond and a nice, you know, you want to keep it of a decent size and a decent size graded, everything on a budget type of thing, that's the one to go for. Cheap as chips, does the job, seals up perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Seals up and holds water up perfect.
And on some places on eBay where you buy it from, you get free underlay as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Mine all came with a full kit, underlay and everything.
Yeah.
Mine is 2 mil, was so much cheaper buying that direct from the manufacturer. I said before. So you've got the 2 mil is it neoprene? No, not neoprene.
Beef time.
Yeah.
Firestone with that rubber thing in it.
Yeah.
The only thing I've found that every sticks to it is silver roof tape, like the foil tape stuff.
Oh yeah.
The gum on the back, yeah.
Yeah, it's super sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That stuff literally does stick anything, doesn't it? When you can patch a roof with that stuff all day long, it's the best bit about that as well is if you warm it with a heat gun as you're applying it, and then use the back of a good piece of bath towel cloth type, good thick piece because it's obviously hot. Then you can rub it and you can manipulate that stuff, and then it really does become sticky. That stuff is good. I've used that lots of times. It passed on quick flashing. I think it's called flashband, isn't it? That it's like.
That's different. Yeah, it's just like it's a flashing. Yeah, it's like a sticky tar stuff.
Yeah, it's a replacement substitute for lead.
Yeah, yes. Cheaper version.
Yeah, 40 years guaranteed on UV resistance. There you go. You can fold it. You can't stick. Yeah, that's again, that's the other thing. You can't stick down the folds. But with it being thin, the water pressure tends to hold it. Well, it has on mine anyway. But I've only done small folds rather than one massive one. I've done a small one, a small one, a small one, a small one, a small one to take it around the curve. I found it looked a bit neater.
Yeah.
Didn't see me drink the pond, but yeah, fake news. Don't agree. I don't know. I don't believe it was actually pond water too. His assistant actually brought him a glass.
Please.
Just because it's said out loud don't make it true.
I can't believe they put you through this again,
right,
Nick.
Come on, Steph, come in a minute. You say hi to everybody. Last week, where did you get the water from?
Steph, if you didn't see it, would you believe it? Truth be told. Everybody thinking it was tap water. Fake news.
No,
that's what
it was from the pond one.
Come the spring, come the end of spring and beginning of summer, when you're out there, on the veranda and the new decking area, we need to have 6 little shot glasses, and Mick has to slam everyone for every question that he gets. Boom. Yeah. There we go. That's going to be the next challenge. See, I'm telling you, Jack. I remember him doing this kind of thing with me, for me in a pond. Sorry.
Yeah.
If we get 500 likes.
Yeah, go on. I'll do it.
We'll drink a whole pond's worth. It's a big pond as well. Mine was 450 by 50 meters by 15 meters. In size-wise, that you bought. I mean, did yours come with any joints in it, Daz? Did you see like a joint weld in it? Because when I got mine, it was massive. The size of my whole garden. It went from fence to fence. It was huge.
Yeah.
And I did notice that mine had I did notice that mine had a joint in it, but I trimmed out the area mostly anyway, so it didn't make much difference. But John says, "Count me in, lads. Mick, you can. You have to come." I totally agree.
Yeah, we'll look after you, mate.
If you're up for it, we're down for it. We're all going. I think the more we take, the cheaper it becomes. So, as far as I'm aware, if we're bringing something back, the more people purchase or make a purchase, the cheaper it becomes for us all. So, yeah.
Let's say, are we allowed to say? Are we allowed to say what me and Daz have got coming in? And
yeah, but as far as I'm concerned,
let's say we've ordered 40 koi between me, Daz, and another member of the group. I won't say it because I don't know if I'm allowed to say that the other name, but we're looking forward to that, aren't we?
We are, yes.
Are they Tashishita?
Yeah.
Did you get that?
Yeah.
So
they've got 40. I think they're 19 to 22 cm, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Oh, one moment. I might have a look. Do you want me to send you the video? Or
yeah. If you can, stick the video in, and as long as the first part, yeah.
Right, okay.
Send me the link, and we'll share it. Excuse me. You're going to have to do it again. I agree, Sam. We'll be working on that one. Jack says, John, you need to speak. John needs to speak to Tim to see how the land lies with the borders, etc. Yeah, I knew there was something, Jack. I knew there were. Is it the fact that we can't go because we're tourists, but business trades can go? Because like Tim and people they're already there, or they've already been. So I know there's going to be the restrictions for a reason, but what those reasons are, we'll have to find out. And John says, cheers, Jack. Mike says, you can not get a cup of tea and biscuit when you make your pond bigger, guys. Mate, I don't think I can go get anything once I made that pond bigger. When she realises how big it is, I'll probably get my ass kicked. She'll proper fall out with me for months. It'll be awesome. I'll have peace and quiet for ages.
Did I hear right, Gaz? You want to lift with the digging it out?
I honestly, mate, I haven't decided whether I'm going to come out across along up or down as of yet. But yeah, the more the better, mate. I have 4 shovels already lined up in the shed. I've already shown you. I'm going to write your name on one. I'm going to write Jack's on the other. I'm going to write Mick's on one. And obviously, we're going to need to find a 4th. Because obviously, I've got to film it all. I can't be shoveling and filming, can I?
No. Well, I've got a couple of breakers I can bring, concrete breakers. So if we hit any hard rock, we just...
I've already got down to the stage where I'm in my garden. It's clear from there on in.
Yeah.
That's it for you guys.
Thank you. Right, we'll get that one in and have a look at it. Sam says, if you've not had 4 jabs, that you need to isolate in Japan for 3 days upon arrival. 4 jabs?
4? Yeah, I'm
pretty sure for most countries it were 2, and the boost is optional. I don't even think the boost is required. I think by law you only need to have the 2 for certain countries, but maybe Japan's
got it bad they had it bad recently, the COVID.
Yeah. We've got Carlos with a C. Evening all. Evening, Carlos. We've got a special little guest here. Thank you very much, bud. Appreciate it, Brandon. Congratulations. So, Dad.
Right,
Sam says, hey, Brandon. Skeggy says, if you cut a hole slightly larger and put the piece front and back, it sticks together. Not flash band. It's like chewing gum on the back. It's white gum, not tar. Now then, what's that stuff then? You'll have to let us know, mate. I don't know. I've not used that one. I thought you were meaning flashbang. Jack says no. Keep it shush. Unlucky son. This is my show. He wanted to keep your fish shush. So
right, okay.
There you go. Seem to remember. In fact, no, we won't keep it shush. If you want to share your fish, you can share your fish.
No. Don't want to upset anyone.
Yes, it's got well joints. Yours has got well joints in it too, mate. Yeah, must be a thing then. Doing a certain size meterage, and then they put a line in, and then they put another one in, and then they put another one in. So I guess depending on how big you go, type wise, size wise, you must get a certain amount of wells in per size wise.
Yeah.
Not shush now, Jack.
No, don't.
No, we don't want to upset. We don't upset them.
Not
worth it, mate.
I'm sure you'll see him on Jack's show at some point.
It will, yeah. You just have to wait.
Yeah.
They'll be about, or maybe they won't. Maybe he wants to keep them hush hush till the point of them being.
Yeah.
Could be anything, couldn't it? Could be anything.
Yeah, very fair.
There's your medal, Skegger, from Sam. No idea what that means. There's your medal. What's that for? Seem to remember your dunk. Oh, well, sorry. There you go. Sam, kiss my ass. That's what he's referring to. Seem to remember your dunking was my idea. Yeah, it was, but it was on Jack's show. That's what I was referring to. But yeah, now we've got the wells. Now we've got the no. Then we've got, there's your medal, Skegger, which is Jack turning around and saying, Sam turning around and saying to Skegger, there's your medal for throwing me in the lake. That's still got to come. I hope it's warmer than what it has been these last few weeks, that is for sure. Yeah, spring booster, I got mine a couple of weeks ago. Do you know, to be fair, mate, I haven't had my booster, and the reason being is I won't have any more because I caught it afterwards. So I'd had my dabs, and then got it. I mean, didn't really work, did it? Not for me. And I can't say it wasn't bad because I was bad. So it didn't even prevent me from getting it bad. But it could have prevented me from dying from it. So there is that bit to look at. I could have, could have been worse. Japan's quite strict. And then, little guy there. Hello, Sam. Right, guys. Well, anything else? Anybody else wants to discuss, chat, or talk about? Have you got anything else that you've been pondering this week? I did.
Not really.
I did cover a little bit. Mainly, guys, for me, this week is a massive thanks to everybody that's been tuning in. My videos are getting good views, and my channel is growing, and that is thanks to you guys. So, cheers again, all. Anything else to come from yourself, Mick? Anything else to come from yourself?
No,
I got
looking forward to the season.
Me too. Yeah. We might be doing something this weekend. There might be some videos to come. There will definitely be some relating to home build, as I've already stated. My pump and my aerator is going to be in the post and with me on Saturday. So I will, on this occasion, guys, like to thank you all again. Please like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. From myself, from Daz, from Mick. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. Take it easy, all, and catch you on the next one. Till next time, keep smiling. Thanks very much for joining us, guys.
Bye-bye.
Take it easy. Good night, all.